Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Today, Pūtigattatissattheravatthu, the story of the Tissa bhikkhu with the stinking body. Ajiran vadayanga yo bhathawain adi sisati chokdo abeda vinyano nirathan wa kalingaran. Long alas this body will lie upon the earth, and he is in lifeless, like a useless log. In no long time this body will lie on the ground, despised, with the consciousness departed, like a useless log. This Dhammapada was taught by the Buddha when he was dwelling in Jetavana monastery in Savatthi city. With the reference to Tissattheravatthu, with the stinking body. You know, there's one good man from a good family in Savatthi city. He listens to the Buddha's Dhamma. Then after listening to the Buddha Dhamma, he was ordained as a bhikkhu under the Buddha. Then he also practiced meditations under the Buddha's instructions. Then when he stayed as a bhikkhu for some times, then what happened? He got many kinds of disease in his body. You know, a kinds of boil appear in his body beginning from mustard seeds. Mustard seeds full of the boil in his body. Then slowly became bigger. Those boil, you know, they become bigger and bigger in his body. What happened? Like the kidney bean, the size of kidney beans. Then chickpeas, different kinds of, maybe, you know, the peas or beans. Then later this boil became bigger and bigger, like the jujube seeds. Then jujube fruit. Then later became bigger and bigger, like, you know, a kinds of ball that we call bilba fruit. Is it? Oshati. Then what happened? Finally, it broke. All the blood from his body broke. Then all the pus and blood come out from his wounds. Then his body became dirty with a lot of pus and blood. Then he couldn't go anywhere. Then finally, even his bone broken. His bone broke. Then at the beginning, some bhikkhu were taking care of this bhikkhu, is it? But his body stank. Then also bone also broken. Because of this reason, no one was willing to take care of him. His body became, this stinking. That is why nobody want to approach him. Then he is still alive, but his body became decomposed. That is why his name is called Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. The Tissattheravatthu who has stinking body. Since he experienced such kinds of many diseases in his body, then his body, covered with the pus and blood. No one want to take care of him, no one want to approach him. Then they go away from him. Then he lying down on the bed alone himself with a lot of suffering. Then he has no hope. He is going to die very soon. Then the Buddha also, according to the nature of the Buddha, he used to reflect on the whole world. Early in the morning, one time. In the evening, one time. Then when he reflects on the whole world, who should be saved? Who can escape from the suffering? Who can become noble persons? Who can realize Nibbana on this day with my help? When the Buddha was reflecting on the whole world with his knowledge, then Pūtigattatissattheravatthu appeared in his net of knowledge. Then what is the reason? When he continued to reflect on Tissattheravatthu's condition, no one want to take care of this bhikkhu because of his serious disease in his body. Then he also felt a lot of suffering. Then I need to have this bhikkhu. The Buddha also saw his potentiality. He can become Arahanta in this very life before passing away. But he is going to pass away with the disease. Because of this reason, then the Buddha went to his kuti. Then the Buddha, he himself boiled the water to wash the Pūtigattatissattheravatthu's robe. Is it? When the Buddha was boiling the water, then many bhikkhus also come, Bhante, please, we will do. Last time they ran away. They don't want to take care of this Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. Is it? Then the Buddha, he himself went there and the Buddha boiled the water to wash Pūtigattatissattheravatthu's body. Then in this case, according to the Vinaya, if someone was sick in the monastery, one time also, one bhikkhu was sick with the diarrhea. In the same way, his robe, bed are dirty with his dirty things. Then nobody wants to take care of him. Then what happened? The Buddha went to his kuti and the Buddha washed the sick bhikkhu's robe together with Venerable Ananda. That time the Buddha also encouraged them. Nati wo bhikkhu mata nati pita. There is no mother, there is no father in the monastery here. Is it? You came from different family, different country, different cities, different places. But we stay together here. Yewa ubateyo. Then if there are your parents here, sure they will take care of their son or their daughter. They will not run away by abandoning their son and daughter when they are sick. Is it? The Tomeje Bekwe Enya Menya na Upadhaisa Ata Ko Serati Upadhaisati. If you don't take care of each other, if someone is sick seriously, then they cannot take care of themselves, then the other fellow, Shelly or Bhikkhus, need to take care of each other according to their ability or duties. If they don't take care of each other, then who will take care of them? There's no mother and father in the monastery. Is it? Then your Bhikkhu man upatheya so kilana upatheya. Then the Buddha also says, Bhikkhu, if you wish to take care of me, then you should take care of the kilana, sick Bhikkhu. Or then me, you wish to take care of me? Sure, if I am sick, then many Bhikkhu wants to take care of me. But you may not have opportunity to take care. Then, for example, Venerable Ananda or the physicians Jivaka will take care of the Buddha. Then no chance for the other Bhikkhu, etc. But if you wish to take care of me, then you should take care of the sick Bhikkhu. Then you are taking care of the Buddha, similar to taking care of the Buddha. Or the Buddha encouraged the Bhikkhus to take care of the sick Bhikkhu, each other. In this way, is it? Then, because of this reason, the Buddha, when the Bhikkhu was sick with the boil, his body was stinking. That is why nobody want to approach him. At that time, the Buddha went to this Bhikkhu to take care. Then the Buddha, he himself boiled the hot water. Then after that, wash his upper robe first. Then at that time, many Bhikkhu come and have the Buddha together. Then they put his upper robe under the sun. When it began dry, then he wear this upper robe and the Buddha continued to wash his lower robe with the hot water. Then also put under the sun. Then when it began dry, then the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha will this Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. Then the Buddha also, according to the Buddha's skill, then he used the water towel to wash his boil. Then he feel comfortable. The Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha took care of him carefully with the compassion, karuna. Because of this reason, though, he also feel comfortable in his body, then his mind also became tranquil. At that time, the Buddha, stand on the, near the head of the Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. Then the Buddha taught this stanza to Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. The listener mind must be very peaceful. His body also must be a little bit peaceful and tranquil. Then at the time the Buddha gave Dhammapada, then they are ready to realize Nibbana. Otherwise, if their mind is very messy, very dirty, full of defilement or getting angry, then although the Buddha gave the Dhammapada, it is impossible to realize Nibbana. That is why the Buddha made him to be peaceful and tranquil in his mind and his body first. At the time, by standing near the Pūtigattatissattheravatthu, then the Buddha gave these stanzas to Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. Achira vata yankayo pathawain adi siddhasi Chodo apeda vinyano nirathanwa kalingara. You see, Pūtigattatissattheravatthu yankayo Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. In no long time, this body will lie on the ground, will lie on the earth. Despised with the consciousness departed. Chokdo apeta vinyano. Pūtigattatissattheravatthu, okay, this one says, in no long times. Ayankayo Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. This body will lie on the ground. The image are Pagati Sayanena Sridaya Pataviya Upari Sayasati. Then when you want to lie down on the bed, then sure that lie down your body on the bed, is it? In the same way, if you are lying down, if you lie down your body on the ground, also okay, your body will be on the ground. Then if you still have consciousness, if you are still alive, then me, okay, when the time comes, then you will wake up, is it? You will walk regularly, you will go and wash your face, you will use the toilet, go to meditation or to meditate, then after you will go to the breakfast. Then in this way, you will take care of your body. Why? You still have consciousness in your body, you are still alive. But apeta vinyana taya toksotoa. Then when you die, no more consciousness in your body. What happened? When you lie down on the ground or on the earth without consciousness, without life, what will happen? Then you cannot stand up again. You are completely lying down on the ground. You are completely lying down your body on the ground without getting up again. Is it? At that time, what will happen? Nirathanva kalingara. Nirathanva kalingara, like a useless lock. Then useless locks me here. They send the wood lock the branch or the tree, etc. They are still useful to fire, for the fire. Then using this wood, firewood, they are cooking here, then we still can eat. They are still useful. But when your body, if your body without consciousness, what will happen? It is useless. I don't know now in the hospital or the medical university, they may use your body to experiment. Is it? Laboratory, in the laboratory, and to test here and there, then it may be useful. But usually when your body without your consciousness, then usually useless. Need to burn or put bury in the ground, is it? Under the ground, or put in the grave. In this way, that is why Nirathanva kalingara, it is useless like luck, like luck. Luck here referred to, for example, when someone wants to make something like furniture, then they went to the forest to find the wood. Then they also, okay, they find out the wood. They will remove the bark or the tree or some small branches of the tree, etc. They will only just take the useful things, like the trunk only, is it? On the tree. But useless, then they will throw away, or they are useless. They are useless. There's nothing to use with such kinds of things. The body also the same way. When they die, then there's no consciousness in their body. Then their body becomes useless, like useless luck or useless luck. Or this things are referred to this one. The Buddha also said, he also himself know, Pūtigattatissattheravatthu also know he himself, he is going to die very soon. The Buddha also, okay, says, body is, the nature of the body is like this. If you still have consciousness in your body, if you are still alive, the body is still useful. But when there is no consciousness or no life in your body, then your body will be useless, like a useless log. The Buddha taught this stanza to Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. At the end of this stanza, what happened? Then he became Arahanta, together with analytical insights, Patisambhita Jnana. Then, after becoming Arahanta, then he passed away. Is it? Then, very good. If the Buddha didn't go there, then he cannot become Arahanta. But because of the Buddha's help, then although he is not so happy, he is sick, then he became Arahanta. Then finally he took a final Prinnibbana. Then the Buddha asked Bhikkhu Sanghas to burn his body. Then they also took the relics from his body. Then the Buddha asked them to make the pagoda with his relics. After passing away of this Pūtigattatissattheravatthu, then what happened? Many Bhikkhu Sangha also asked the Buddha, Bhante, well, he was born, he was reborn. Then the Buddha said, Prinnibbana Bhikkhu, he taught final Prinnibbana Bhikkhu. Then they get confused, is it? Bhante, if he has potentialities to become Arahanta in this very life, why he experienced such kinds of suffering in this very life? Is it? His body was stinking with a lot of blood in his body. He also experienced a lot of suffering. Then, even he has such kinds of things, he also became Arahanta. What is the reason? The Buddha says. Then the Buddha says to them, Bhikkhu, nothing can happen without any reason. If something happens, there is a reason. You may know or you may not know, is it? Then the Pūtigattatissattheravatthu also had a lot of suffering in his body. This is also because of his past karma. Then he became Arahanta. This is also because of his past karma. Without any reasons, then nothing can happen. Nothing can happen. Then when the Buddha says to them, then Bhikkhu Sangha also requested from the Buddha, Bhante, please explain what are the reasons? What were the reasons for those? Then the Buddha explained the backstory of Pūtigattatissattheravatthu. During the Kassapa Buddha time, this Pūtigattatissattheravatthu was a low, fuller, the bat catchers. He catch many bats in the forest with the net, etc. Is it? Then after catching, maybe they say, if you want to release bat, please come here. If you want to release the fish, please come here. They are catching the bat, etc. Yeah, that is why bats catcher. He was bat catcher during the Kassapa Buddha time. After catching, then he sent those bats to the palace for the king. Then some of the bat, then he also he used to sell for his business. In this way, he was doing this business for whole life. Sometimes he got a lot of bats. Then what happened? He sent some bats to the royal palace. Some bats he sold for his business. Then some, okay, he also cook for himself. Then he eat those bad meat together with his family. Then sometimes if he got a lot of bird, then he couldn't sell all of the birds. Some remained. Then what happened? They also cannot eat to finish all birds. Then he broke the leg of the birds. He also broke the wing of the birds. Why? If he killed the birds, then next morning, then they were decomposed. They become decomposed, and they cannot be sold. That is why then he went. When they break their leg and their wing, then they cannot fly away, but they are still alive. That is why they will not stink. Is it? They will not stink. Then they can say next morning. This is his business during the Kassapa Buddha time. Is it? Then one day he arranged very delicious food, very flavor food. Then when he was cooking the flavor food in his house, one Arahanta came to his house for alms food. When Arahanta was standing at the door of his house, then he was ready with the food. Then he thought to himself, I did a lot of akusala, I killed many birds for my business. But I didn't do any kusala. But today, I have cooked the very delicious food. Then, the Arahanta is also ready. Arahanta was also standing at my door. Then I shall offer this delicious food to Arahanta Bhikkhu. Then he revered, he offered the delicious food to Arahanta respectfully. Then he also wished for, Bande, because of this kusala, I wish to attain the attainment that you have attained. He make the expression. Then Arahanta also, may you fulfill your wishes. He gave this, he prayed for this donor. Is it? Because of this karma, now in this life, Pūtigattatissattheravatthu, he experienced a lot of suffering. Why? He broke the bird's legs and also wing. Then his bone also broken in this life when he was a bhikkhu. Because of his aspirations, he offered the flavor foods to the Arahanta Bhikkhu. That time he also wished for realization of Nibbana. Then this also fulfilled. Then now, when the Buddha gave this stanzas to him, then he became Arahanta. That is why then he is the owner, he is the creator, is it, of the karma. He is experiencing good or bad, whatever good or bad, then he did in the past. Not only the past, the present is also very important. Then that is why you are accumulating a lot of kusala. You have done a lot of kusala and akusala in the past. Then you can do anything. Anyway, you are a human being here now. That means you have very strong kusala, then akusala. But you have done a lot of akusala in the past also. Then sometimes they may also produce their bad result, although you are a human being. Then, if you don't want the result of bad karma, then you should try to accumulate many kusala. Then your kusala will prevent not to produce the result of bad karma. is it? Then you will have less experience with the result of bad karma. Then, you know, kusala karma that you had done in the past will have chance to produce it good results. Then when you are doing kusala, that is why then you will experience a lot of good things in this very life. Is it? That is why now you are experiencing good or bad, not because of other, not because of this yali, not because of this yali. Don't accuse other because of you accumulated kusala and akusala. Then you will also experience kusala and the good and bad thing. They are called worldly conditions. Is it? Then when you become a noble person, then you will be able to be patient with those worldly conditions. Then compared to the Pūtigatta, you will not feel too much suffering in your mind. Is it? Then when you become aranda, okay, Pūtasa loka dhami chitta yasa nakampati. Although when you become arahanta, although arahanta experience with the different kinds of worldly conditions, good or bad, but his mind is not shaken, not waver. Is it? Then his mind is stable. That is why then if you if you don't want to experience the result of bad karma, then do kusala more and more. If you want to experience the result of good karma that you had done in the past, do kusala more and more, especially practice meditation. By being patient with every worldly condition, then you will be able to realize Nibbana. May you be able to attain Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukhi hotu, Nibbana pisya hotu. Sadhu, sadhu anumodami. Sadhu anumoditabam. Kamma mikamitabam. Sukhi hotu, Nibbana pisya hotu.